Good afternoon. It's great to see so many people. There are so many exciting announcements to talk about today, and I'm almost not sure where to begin. But I think I'll start by introducing the individuals who are here behind us. We have Senator John Flanagan, who is the Majority Leader of the New York State Senate. Thank you, Mr. Leader, for joining us. We have Senator Fred Akshar, who is here. Senator Akshar. We have Mr. Ian Levin, who is the New York Mets Director of Player Development. And John Hughes, who, to many of you, of course, that's right, a man who needs no introduction, who is the President of the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. So before I introduce Senator Akshar, I just want to mention something that is fans you all are all too familiar with, and that's the fact that just a few years ago, there was a major renovation project that was done here at the stadium. And Leader Flanagan was instrumental with Senator Akshar in securing the money. He wasn't able to come to that event a few years ago, but since he's here right now, let's thank him for the money he secured a few years ago for this facility. And with that, I would like to turn things over to Senator Fred Akshar.
Thank you, Mayor. So today is definitely a great day, not only for this community, but a great day for Binghamton baseball. Let me just remind everybody about the rich history that we have with baseball here in the Southern Tier community. From the Bingos, to the Crickets, to the Triplets, to the Binghamton Mets, and now the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. Today we are here to announce that baseball is going to be here for an extended period of time. So I want to personally thank the Wilpon family and their continued commitment to our community. Mayor David, thank you. You have been the leader in turning the city of Binghamton around. We're certainly on a path to prosperity, and that's thanks to you and your leadership. John Hughes, I don't even know what to say. You have been an incredible community partner. You truly have. You came to this community, and I'm going to be frank and candid. Nobody knew who you were. And I remember sitting in my district office with you and the mayor, and you had these grand plans, and you were talking about injecting excitement and just bringing a new era to baseball here in the Southern Tier, and you've done that. You have proven yourself a great community partner, and this community is really lucky to have you and your entire staff, many of whom are here today. So why don't we give the staff and John another round of applause. So today we are announcing a $5.1 million upgrade to Rumbletown. And we're doing that in addition to what we've done a couple of years ago. But I do want everybody in the room to know that the upgrades that were made a couple of years ago and the project that we're talking about today would never have happened without the leadership of Senator John Flanagan. A couple of months ago, I went to the senator and said, Leader, there's an important project happening again here in the Southern Tier community. We need your help. Would you be willing to step up? And just as he did a couple of years ago, he was very quick to say yes. Because he knows the importance of this stadium, he recognizes the economic impact that it has in our struggling community, and he's no stranger to the Southern Tier community. Since I've been elected, the leader has been here several times. He's a great leader. He's done a great job leading the state senate. Without further ado, Majority Leader John Flanagan.
I want to start by humbly apologizing. The guy just got me, he was already saying he's sorry. I apologize not because I come from Long Island, but because I just came from Long Island. It was a nightmare getting here with the traffic. I was just telling Senator Akshar, I've done a lot of traveling, so you can take Route 17 from where I am, got killed in traffic in the city, bad accident on 380 going north, which you never want to see, and about 37 miles of cones on the roads and about 1/10 of a mile of actual work being done, which I know drives everyone crazy. But I'm here, and I'm delighted to be here and to join all of these fine folks up here, but equally as important to see all of you here. And yes, I come from Long Island. I am so grateful to have Senator Akshar as part of our team. He has been extraordinary, instrumental, a terrific, pun intended, a great team player in many different respects. And it's funny, when he was saying, he just made the reference to Rumbletown. Based on the way things going on Albany, I think maybe we should rename Albany Rumbletown. We have quite a few things going on there. But you know, if you look at various communities, we have a minor league team down on Long Island, the Ducks, and it's really an economic engine and tool for our area. And I love facilities like these, and I love teams like these because they're an integral part of the community, and it's affordable. It's still like good, solid family entertainment, and that goes a long way. I mean, we all know what it costs to go to different types of events, but I also want to quickly hasten to add, Ian is here on behalf of player development. One of the marquee pitchers on the Mets happens to hail from the district that I'm fortunate enough to represent. And I must say that my interaction with the Wilpon family has been really, really very, very positive. They're great leaders and they're great patrons of so many different causes. And it doesn't happen in an instant. This is something they've cultivated for a long period of time. So grateful to work with them. Mr. Hughes, it's a pleasure to see you. And this Mayor, awesome. Thank you for the kind words. So let me talk about Senator Akshar and the role that we play. A lot of people assume, well, you know, a guy like Flanagan's from downstate, he really doesn't get it. I'm going to give you a frame of reference. I've been in office now 32 years, just got elected to my 17th term. I've done a lot of traveling around the state of New York. When you travel around the state of New York, you understand how beautiful it is, how great the people are. You also remember how big it is. It's big. So my son graduated 2 years ago. He went to University of Buffalo. I remember people saying, oh my God, that's on the other side of the country. It's not that big a deal. And so he used to drive into Albany. So traveling around, coming through Binghamton all the time, stopping here, doing work with my colleagues, it's so gratifying because I just enjoy it. I just enjoy it in terms of government service. When you talk to Fred and local officials, you get a real flavor for real people. That's something that I thoroughly enjoy. It's hard to explain that. So now I think we find ourselves in a situation where this is the way we approach things. Nobody knows this area, this district, from a state standpoint, better than Fred Akshar. He's got his finger right on the pulse. Knows this place like the back of his hand. And why do I say that? Because I know what he tells me. I know how hard he works. I know how deeply embedded he is in the community from his previous career, as well as the one that he's enjoying right now. So we are very fortunate to have him. And, you know, I think this is a great indication of public-private partnerships. How can it actually work? You have a private entity come and say, you know, we're doing pretty well, but if we could just get a little help, we can make further investments, help build up the economy, help build up great teams, and really continue to make a difference in our community. So when somebody like Senator Akshar comes, everyone should know this. He's got a great reputation, so when he asks for something, you know, we take it at face value, it's good. But we do have a vetting process. We have an internal vetting process, and the senator knows this very well. We don't just blithely go along and say, oh, sure, you want $2.5 million or $5 million? Yeah, we'll get you the check tomorrow. We actually go through a process internally with our finance people to make sure that we're actually doing the right thing. The previous investment is a great example of how things can get done, and where we are now, I think, indicates again that it may not happen in the snap of a finger, but it can happen in a relatively timely fashion. So for me, I want to thank Senator Akshar for inviting me. I want to impart to all of you that I and Fred are state senators. He's parochial. He's selfish. He's going to push like heck for your district, and that's what he's supposed to do. I'm supposed to work with him as someone who has a broader view of what's going on in the state. We want to partner with you as community people. We want to partner with the leaders in your community, whether it's in government or in the private sector. I'm just going to close on this. I am deeply grateful that you allowed me to be part of your day here today, and we have a lot of work that we need to do. Elections are now over. They're going to expect people like Senator Akshar and Senator Flanagan and my colleagues. The campaigns are over. Now people want governance. They want to make sure we're making investments like this. They want to make sure that Fred still fights for the property tax cap, good investments in infrastructure, quality education, all those types of things. We're ready for it. We're ready for it. We want to be your allies. We want to be your partners. And I'm grateful that we have the opportunity to do that today. Thank you very much.
How exciting. Wow. Now there's still several other things to talk about, but before I go into detail on exactly what this project is going to entail, nothing that we're talking about today would be possible without the efforts of Leader Flanagan and Senator Akshar. Please. All right, so this project will entail the following. New seats, an example of which you can see here. All the seats that are currently in the stadium are original to the ballpark, 25 plus years ago, will be replaced by new seats with cup holders, and these will be the colors, the red and the blue pallets, and the new seats will more closely resemble the official Rumble Ponies colors. There will be a series of structural and critical system upgrades to the stadium. Maintenance of the stadium's structural steel, concrete repairs, waterproofing measures will prevent future deterioration. We'll also be focusing on energy-efficient HVAC equipment to replace the stadium's original system. The turf replacement, the field. New sod and drainage systems will be installed to improve field playing conditions for the players. New video boards, right? I knew, that's all I had to say, right? New video board, because these are the boosters and the season ticket holders who are aware that there were some problems with the video boards last year. See, as Senator Flanagan said, there's a vetting process. Here you have some eyewitness testimony here that there were some deficiencies, I think is a polite way of saying it, with the video board. So a new state-of-the-art video board will replace an outdated and malfunctioning display board in right field. The high-definition board will be significantly larger than the existing one that was installed more than a decade ago. And the high-definition board will provide enhanced picture quality for NYSEG Stadium patrons to enjoy. The second board will be installed beyond the left field wall to replace the existing ribbon message board. A new sound system. New speakers will upgrade the new sound system at NYSEG Stadium. The system will be acoustically tailored to our wonderful ballpark that we have. Renovated dugouts and clubhouse. The Rumble Ponies players and coaching staff will benefit from a renovated clubhouse and locker rooms, the first such improvement to the players' quarters since the ballpark opened in 1992. And new fencing and netting, replacing of the field level fencing and home place netting to provide some more safety features. So this is a series of investments that truly mark the first major significant capital improvements that have been made to this stadium since it was first constructed in 1992. So over the course of 2 years, you have millions and millions of dollars worth of investment into this stadium for the fans of this community. And a couple of the points that I'd like to mention from my standpoint. This has been a wonderful team to work with. And a lot of times, historically, the state of New York has rescued, come to the rescue of the city for a long period of time and made these significant capital improvements because in many cases they're so expensive and the city really didn't have the resources necessary to invest to this level. And so I certainly want to thank Senator Akshar, who from day one really recognized and appreciated the role that this stadium played. Mr. John Hughes, who, as many of you know, who followed his short tenure as the owner of the team, made very clear that he was vested in the city of Binghamton, vested in this community, and wanted to do more to enhance the fan experience and for families and players. And a lot of kids come to this stadium as well. And one of the things that I think it's important to highlight, for many individuals, they don't have the opportunities to go away to fancy vacations or lakes or summer camps. For many kids, this is what they do all summer. This is their piece of recreation. It's going to their local park, their neighborhood park in the city, or it might be a day away at the ballpark. And so that is critical for the youth of the community, considering half of the youth in the city of Binghamton live in poverty. And so it's wonderful to provide such a family-oriented, centered experience. And unfortunately, this is a facility that has been neglected over the course of the last 2.5 decades. And so in a very short period of time, approximate 2 to 3 year period, we're able to play catch up so that future administrations will not have to deal with the challenges that this team, that this group of people had to deal with on day one. And so we are so very eternally grateful for the support from the state of New York. And one of my jobs as mayor is to take the resources the city has and try to figure a way to leverage those resources. And so that's exactly what we're able to do with the state of New York, is partner with the state to match funds for this critical capital upgrade investment. And that's exactly what this project has done. So those are a few of the announcements for the improvements at the stadium. And if we ended this news conference right now, people would be thrilled just on what we've announced right now. But there's still more. There's still more positive things to say. And as I indicated from day one, Mr. John Hughes has been one of the best partners you could ask for. And I truly mean that, John. Your passion, your love, your enthusiasm for the city of Binghamton, its residents, and the fans is really second to none. When he came to Binghamton, his first thoughts were, we need to make investments in this stadium, and we need to improve the fan experience. And for those of you who, because we're talking to the boosters and the season ticket holders, a few years ago there was a question on what the future of this team was going to be. Was this team going to stay in the city of Binghamton? You know, we didn't know the answer to that. There was a period of time, and on day one, John Hughes answered that question with an emphatic, no, we are not leaving. Yes, we are staying, and we're committed to the long-term future of the city of Binghamton. And he has demonstrated that day after day, season after season. And today, he has again demonstrated his commitment. He has provided us, the city of Binghamton, with a signed letter to exercise another option here to keep baseball in the city of Binghamton. He's exercising another 5-year option, which brings the Rumble Ponies commitment to the city of Binghamton to 2026. But that's not all. So the original lease, this is the final 5-year option of the original lease, and as he has exercised the final 5-year option, we also have begun the process to begin negotiations for a new lease to keep the team in the city of Binghamton past 2026. And there's a whole different process that takes, but the fact that he has such an eye on the future that says, I'm signed up and committed through 2026, and we're now going to begin talks for beyond 2026 is certainly something that's really unprecedented. And we are eternally, as mayor, representing everyone in the city, we are eternally grateful for that. And of course, there are other people who want to say a few words as well, as I certainly highlight everything that's happening. One of them is Ian Levin, who I introduced earlier, who is the Director of Player Development. One of the things that's very important is for this team, John Hughes and the city of Binghamton, to continue to have that connection and relationship with the New York Mets. And the New York Mets have agreed to extend their player development contract with this team for another 2 years as well. And so now It's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Ian Bennett.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm very excited to be here. This is a big day for the city of Binghamton, for the franchise, and on behalf of the Mets, we really appreciate and would like to thank the state and the representatives of the state and the city for their commitment to baseball here in Binghamton. And also, I would like to thank John Hughes and his team. You know, when John came to the city, he brought a lot of energy and a lot of passion for baseball and for the facilities and for the fans. He told us he wanted to make a strong commitment, and we've seen just that. And it's been a great partnership. And as the mayor said, we're excited to extend our relationship with the Rumble Ponies as far as we can through the 2022 season. I think it's fitting that we're here at this press conference in this the batting cage in this facility because it represents the previous round of improvements to the facility. This batting cage at its full capacity, full working capacity, is actually the best batting cage that I've come across in all of minor league baseball. It's wonderful for our players. So I can only imagine what the rest of the renovations are going to look like and how great they're going to be for the organization. So I'm excited to be here, and again, I want to thank everyone for their commitment, and I'm excited for what the next few years are going to bring.
All right, folks, and a man who needs no introduction, the owner of the team, Mr. John Hughes.
Thank you all for coming out today. In order to make this event complete, we now need to indoctrinate one of our new hosts, new guests, and one of our family members as an official Rumble Pony. And thank you all for coming out again today. For me, this is a culmination of a lot of hard work and a lot of spirit that's garnered from the people of the Southern Tier, all the season ticket holders, the fans, our sponsors, and really the entire community is what drives me, the entire team, and the entire organization to do great things for you and make this the best experience that it could possibly be. So I want to thank you for generating the spirit and the energy that helps drive us. This is a fantastic moment for us, for the team and the organization, that we're continuing our commitment with Binghamton, we're continuing our relationship with the New York Mets, and we're going to make this facility the best destination in the Southern Tier. People can come out, and families and friends can come out and enjoy this and have a fantastic time and know that they're in a safe, family-friendly environment and enjoy one another and get to spend quality time with one another and watch some of the greatest baseball that you can in the Eastern League of Minor League Baseball. So with that, I say thank you. As part of these renovations and commitments, I promise you that it will be done first class. We will maximize the return on investment for every dollar that is spent. We're going to do everything that we can to spend money just as what was done previously. We're going to go local. We're going to go in this community and get everybody to pitch in and help. But I do need everybody to start sending a few prayers for no 30-inch snowstorm this week before opening day this year. How about that? That's all I ask of you all. Just help us out with the snow. Can't have a 30-inch snowstorm before opening day. But I look forward to seeing everybody opening day, and it is time for us to get to work. So thank you very much. I do particularly want to thank you to planning, and I feel bad for he and Ian. They come all this way, and now they get to turn back and do it all over again, drive back to the city. So, but I do want to thank them for coming.
Got a good shirt.
Worth the trip. I mean, I really can't thank the leaders enough that really made this happen. I mean, I can go to anybody and say, hey, we need help. But your elected officials heard our voice and they went out and took action. A lot of times politicians get hit up for not really taking action and doing things and slow to react. I mean, I will tell you that these individuals standing at the front of the room representing you did all that they could to make this happen, make it happen in a timely and efficient manner. So I thank them, and I know my entire organization, we've heard from the Mets as well. We thank them for their leadership and guidance through this process. Thank you all.
All right, folks, that concludes our news conference. If there is any questions, we can certainly take them here. And in the spirit of a post-baseball game news conference, we can do it from here at the podium, or if you want to do some things one-on-one, we're happy to do that as well. All right. Thanks very much, everyone.